Hello, dear parents. So today's topic of discussion for this video is really very interesting and very important, and a challenge which is faced by most parents when they visit to the OPD. They say, "Doctor, my child is not toilet trained, and I am not able to potty train them." So toilet training for children with autism spectrum disorders is really challenging for parents, and there are various reasons for it why they are finding it so challenging. So some of the common barriers that parents they come across when they are trying to train their child on children, especially children on autism spectrum disorders, are there can be some medical reasons or illnesses which may have difficulties leading to difficulty in training them for toileting habits. Sometimes, due to lack of speech, language, and communication difficulty, the child may not be able to express their need and may find it trouble to understand the instructions that we are giving them while training. So, that is a very common barrier that parents come across. Sometimes a child on autism spectrum disorder may be afraid of sitting on a toilet seat or hearing those sounds of flush, and that just puts them away and they don't want to go for toilet training. Some children may have difficulty in pulling their pants down or pulling them back up, which leads to delay in training them. Sometimes they may not be aware of their need and they tend to wet their clothes and the clothes are soiled and they're not really aware about it and are not able to. That is why let the parent know that they need to be changed. Some children with autism spectrum may have their own ways of passing the stool or urinating. Uh, Especially, you parents would a lot of time come and tell us that my child, if you make them sit on the pot, he can sit for 20 minutes, but will not uh, do potty. And the moment you put on the diaper, the child will do the potty. So they have found their own ways and means and get restricted in that ways and means, which becomes a very big barrier in teaching them or in training them about the toileting habits. And some children may have learned a certain routine of doing potty at home, and then when they go to school or when they are in public restrooms, they may have restrictions of not going to another place to pass the stool, and that's where again the toileting habits interfere and they're not able to do it. So they may just get stuck to a place where they want to go. Now, what do we do about it? How do we start? How do we train our child? So, few tips that you can keep in mind are: set a goal of at least 5 to 6 toilet sits per day. At first trip, you can keep it short, maybe a few seconds only, 5-10 seconds, and gradually increase the duration of each trip that the child is making to the toilet. And maybe a trip where the child has to work, where you're working more on the bowel movements, you can keep it a little longer. Don't ask your child whether they want to go to the washroom or not. Instead, tell them it's time for a toilet trip. Let's go to the washroom. The third tip would be have a schedule. Make the trips every day at the same timing. Stick to the timing schedule. How do we communicate? We can have some simple words like we use potty, some people use poo poo. So you can use those simple vocabulary of your own, which the child may understand. You can use pictures to help the child communicate where and how they want to go. Having an own toileting language can actually help the child to communicate their need. Keep trying, I would say. Don't lose hope because it takes more than 3 weeks to make a habit. Once you have outlined a routine, once you've made a schedule, have a method in place, keep working on that schedule for at least 3 to 4 weeks consistently, because after 3 to 4 weeks is the time that the child will form a habit. You can also make a visual schedule. You can take small pictures of your bathroom. You can take a picture of a toilet, take a picture of the paper roll, the tap, the soap, container, put them in sequence, and make a visual chart for the child, and teach them the steps using that visual schedule. So that also can help the child. Identify rewards in the form of maybe a small food item that they like to eat, some toys, or some videos that they like to see, and instant something that you can give instantly to the child the moment he or she urinates in the toilet seat, or passes or clears, does potty in the toilet seat. You need to reinforce that with a reward, and that will increase the frequency of success for them. Be very supportive to your child. Use a lot of encouraging words when you're talking to them about toileting. Be very positive. Be nearby, especially when they're in the washroom. Praise your child for their efforts, even if it does not culminate into success soon. Be very positive and praise them. As a parent, we need to be calm. We need to stick to the schedule, establish the time. If somebody else has to train in your absence, then they also need to follow the same toileting schedule. If they're going to the therapy center, must inform them what schedule is going on. Use the same words or the toileting language that you have built for your child everywhere. Make sure everyone is following the same plan. And also, it's important to um, feel very that you share that toileting plan with and routine with all the family members, all the caregivers who are taking care of the child, including the therapist and interventionist. So if you need a visual chart or a toileting schedule, please feel free to contact us at Continue Kids. Or if you need any support in toilet training your child, you please feel free to reach out to us, to contact us. The details of our contact details are shown in the video below. And I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.